Okay, the first question is, the CrossFit mantra is high intensity, but there's some days where I struggle just to make it to the gym. What are your suggestions to help on those days where I might not have slept well, ate clean, and just can't seem to find the motivation?
I don't know if the mantra is high intensity. I think the definition of CrossFit is constantly varied functional movement performed at high intensity. And if you go look at some of the old videos of Greg Glassman talking about it, intensity is relative. It's relative to your ability. It's relative to whatever you could provide at a given time. So on a day when you feel great and the intensity is through the roof, then that's great. On a day when forces are aligning against you and just getting in the door is going to be a win, and any kind of intensity that you could provide is going to be good enough. So more important than even that is probably just the consistency of getting in the door. Once you get moving, being around other humans that are trying to do the same thing, intensity starts to take care of itself. So my thing for anybody is just come in and start, and once that's sort of done, that's the hard part's out of the way, and intensity will take care of itself.
Where's the most interesting place you've traveled?
I'm thinking. I can't really answer that question. For better or worse, every place I go is interesting. I've been to some interesting places. I've been all over the United States. I've been to different places in the world. But I think I try to enjoy each experience and each place as a new experience and a new place. So I hate to say that I try to treat going to the Walmart and Series like a new and interesting place, but I do. So by all means, I've been to some different countries. I've been overseas. I've lived in cities and traveled there. But I think my mindset is to try to treat every experience as a new one. So I like going to Crow's Landing Road and getting burritos, and I like going to the idea of going to London and my dog is making weird noises, or going to the park. But
why would you say that word?
They are excited, but I try to treat it all as new things. So I try to make everything interesting.
What would you consider to be the best WOD you've ever programmed?
I couldn't possibly answer that question. What's the one people hated the most? I don't know. I've programmed, at this point, thousands of workouts. Every once in a while you hit one that people really hate, and I like that. One that people enjoy, I like that. I think people are going to like the one I programmed tomorrow. It's a 15-minute AMRAP. I'm excited for it.
If you were dropped onto an island and you could only take one thing to eat with you, what would it be?
French fries.
Any specific style of French fries?
No, I'd say French fries are my favorite food. I would probably it makes sense to eat protein, because maybe I could find a coconut and that's my carbohydrates. So I would maybe like a tri-tip. But so I guess it would be protein and tri-tip. But if I said what's my favorite food, it's French fries, man. I'm like a kid.
WODs have varying degrees in length. What is the most appropriate volume for new and existing athletes?
I love workouts that are 7 minutes and less, that the intensity is through the roof. I do not do as well on longer workouts that go past 15 minutes, but I think those are really good for me. I feel like the sweet spot, if you're looking to compete or create a competition workout, I feel like that 8 to 12 minute is the real ideal time for competitive kind of CrossFit, and because the intensity stays really high, but it doesn't really take a fall off the cliff. So I like that 8 to 12 minute range.
How many pairs of shoes do you have?
Right now I'm wearing a boot. Dozens. I mean, how many pairs? A harder question would be, how many pairs of like Nano X's do I own? 4. How many pairs of Nano 2s did I own? 8. How many pairs of Nano 1s? Like 6. So I have a lot of shoes.
Bonus question, how many t-shirts do you own?
Hundreds.
What motivates you?
I mean, it certainly changes throughout life. I think other people motivate me. I think that I, for better or worse, have an inner desire to work hard and move my body, and I want my family to see the example that I set my kids and show that, you know, I'm trying to live life to the fullest and the right way. And I think what motivates me is kind of showing them that I'm going to do that and be consistent and persevere through whatever it is. And not only that, but just try to enjoy every situation as it comes, even the bad ones.
How did you ever convince Allison to marry you?
What I don't want to do is share this secret, because I don't want anybody else to use this power. I love Allison very much. I don't want anybody to say, "Oh, Brian did this. Maybe I could steal her away from him." That'd be crazy. I think if you're looking at behind me, I have Kramer. Can you see that on the video? And then a bunch of comic books. I will tell you that none of those things had anything to do with it. That's
I didn't even know they existed.
right.
Thank you.
That was fun.